Get it with the stack?
Really?
You get it?
Really?
But do you get it?
I do, but by that logic, they would still both work because then that just means Hunter's Mark A would resolve before Hunter's Mark B. Magic? The only thing that really upset me about Magic was Magic 30th and the 30th anniversary.
There are so many people pissed off with that.
Did you guys know that they only sold 1,400 like little things of it?
That's
not a lot.
$14,000. But okay, never mind.
Well, it's $140,000.
Oh, that's true. Because each one was like $1,000, right?
Yes. But
yeah,
that's no money made at all. Like that's only 100. Like
that didn't even pay for the ink.
They actually gave out.
Fucking better be.
They actually gave out more free packs than they did sell actual boxes, because they sent one free box to every single LSG that was in. That's what do they call it? Like the Magic LSGs that have. I don't remember what they call it, but they said
LGS.
Yeah, LGS is. Sorry, I got a little.
Sorry, LSG there. Means something else in my world, so I was trying not to snicker.
Yeah, the premium stores. Every premium store got one free one. So they gave out more free ones than they actually sold product, which is wild.
What loading?
No, I understand, but they still. That's. Yeah, it's what they should have done. People would have paid $1,000. Just give me one card of the set. You get one of each card from all of beta, and it's $1,000. People would have jumped all over that. But the fact that they randomized it, you spend $1,000 for a chance to get literally $10 worth of cards. That's
here's $1,000, and you get a goblin guide.
Yeah.
Here's $1,000
and you get a bird.
What?
Isn't that just for people who have more money than sense?
Yeah, but I mean, nobody bought it, so.
People had sense.
1,400
people bought it, which is very low in sales.
I think. You know what division of WotC is great? The D&D division.
Yeah.
I've already inputted magic items from the new Dragonlance book into this world somewhere. It'll probably never ever come up, but if it does,
if it does,
I'm gonna find it tonight.
It's gonna be sexy.
I do eventually want to get like every single book onto D&D Beyond.
I have the benefit of I have that. I don't own most of them, but just I'm in a content sharing campaign where we just pool our resources together to make sure we own every book.
Oh, that's nice. That's pretty neat. So it's
Wouldn't
like
it be nice to have friends like that?
You guys share like one D&D Beyond login, basically?
No, we all have our own accounts and whatnot. On D&D Beyond, you can make a campaign and invite people and turn on content sharing, so every member of that campaign can share their content with each other.
Oh.
So everyone has everyone's stuff, and it's just this little campaign that we have that we make our characters in. It has unlimited character slots, so that we can just make our characters in there, and we have access to all of the data or all of the content. And then if you open the mobile app while you're in one of those campaigns, the mobile app will just give you all of the books. You'll just have them all.
Neat.
It's really helpful.
Yeah, that is very helpful.
D&D's more fun when you have access to all of the fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mud, are you actually live now, or? Hey!
Mhm.
One of my favorite things for D&D is finding the arts. Oh yes, good.
Live.
Checked. Now chat can hear me.
Chat does not
Check,
exist.
baby. Check, baby. 1, 2, 3.
Well, that reminds me, I should do my normal thing of going into each of your streams and muting myself, but being there. Lurking. Menacingly.
Always watching, smiling. Look at the baby. Look at the baby.
I do not want to look at the baby.
What's the baby? Is it your supple, soft, bald head?
That is not Jester. That's like the complete opposite of a Jester.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Tulip.
Ah.
He's too far away from the age of a baby to be called a baby.
No, just his bald head specifically. Soft as a baby's skin, you know what I mean?
Well, you know, there is still hair there.
Is there?
Yeah, I just okay. So see what happened is it looks really fucking bad when it grows out because it's so thin that when COVID hit, I just said fuck it. And 23 months, Butterball.
Yeah, but I only have a 1 month streak because somebody hasn't been streaming, so I didn't realize that myself.
Well, I think I'm gonna start streaming on Monday nights again.
Okay.
Oh, my
yeah,
there
okay.
was a way I could just easily talk
Shut
to
up.
text. And, okay.
Not you, Bud.
Aiming on that.
Yeah. I'm working on a better world map for hopefully it'll be done next week.
Legitimately thought you were talking to Butterball as well.
No, I was not talking to Butterball.
Like Butterball
21 months, Bud.
Like Butterball was mid-sentence, and I just hear "shut up." And I was like,
Yeah, same.
Hey.
Shut up. And I was like, damn.
That's so rude.
That would have been very rude.
Our relationship is a Sour Patch Kid. First we're sour, and then I give him my 21-month sub.
First we're sour, then we're sweet, and then the sour stuff's in the middle again.
So what you're saying is he's the sub and you're the dom?
Listen, what happens off stream, what happens while you're streaming Destiny is irrelevant to you.
The subscription is your version of aftercare.
How long does the voice changer last?
I don't know. As long as I wanted to.
I didn't know.
I'm the one that changed it. Well, I
Hey,
can change it back whenever I want to.
Did I tell you about how I had one of those fucking turned on
All right,
and I
here we
had
go.
a customer meeting and I couldn't figure out what was wrong? And it was the like high pitched female thing, and they were just like, "You sound like you're on helium," and everything says, "Oh God!" It took me like, I had a full.
Kind of like this?
Yeah, I had a 30-minute customer call, 2 of them.
30
A
minute
vendor call and a customer call.
Like this.
Apparently.
That's fantastic.
That's
The
amazing.
only reason we figured it out is because I had a tech support meeting, and the guys that I work with on tech support were like, "Something is wrong," and like, "No, I can't even with you right now."
Yes,
And like,
about to piss himself.
yeah. So just so you know,
I love how it
they
took
were
them like
original.
30 minutes to be like, is it rude to say something?
No, they told me. I just couldn't figure out what was wrong.
Did you just end up doing the meeting with that voice because you couldn't figure it out?
Yes. So what happened is I like restarted my computer and it changed the settings on the background. So I didn't have
I'm done right
the
now.
voice settings checked like that they were on. They were turned off, but they weren't. It was the last one I had used when I had them turned on, and it just decided that was what I was doing.
Yeah. Oh man.
So
Did the customers at least have like a good time with it?
Oh, they had a great time.
I mean, they were just like, I feel like they were very kind to me, but they were just kind of like, "You sound really different," And I'm like, I don't know why. My mic settings say everything is normal.
All right, I'm good to go.
Oh.
I gave my cat his Meow Joanna.
His Meow Joanna.
Mm-hmm.
I need.
Hey,
need to stop-
man.
I need to stop
Hey,
crying real
man.
quick, and then I'll be good to go.
All
Is it
right,
just
cool.
catnip?
Yeah, it's
What's it
it's the
called?
catnip potty mix.
Oh, it's
It's a 7 herb blend.
Seven herb blend.
Yeah, so it's
How-
it's
how-
lavender, dandelion, silver vine, passion flower, catnip, valerian root, and lemongrass.
I actually drink some of that stuff.
But it's like literally a high cat, and it's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
So your
cats-
cats are catnip cats. Some cats are completely unaffected by catnip.
Oh no, he yeah, it hits
Yeah,
him
he
good.
likes it.
It's
yeah.
how I make him chill out because he'll be hyper for about 5 seconds and then he'll just pass out.
Everybody calm.
But he's a cat that's terrified of
fine.
lasers. You know how cats usually love to chase lasers? Yeah, no, he runs from it.
Doesn't like it.
He's afraid of the laser.
Hmm.
Maybe he's got like astigmatism or something in it. Too like.
It's possible because he can't see shit.
Ugh.
Jester, you good?
Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. Cool. That was the best
Thank you, Mr.
4,500 not spell points, channel points I've spent in a long time. All right, where we left off last
Well,
time, y'all got visited by
It's
your,
okay. It's okay.
y'all got visited by your various otherworldly quote unquote patrons.
Yes.
Had a nice conversation with them. I think they each gave you something silly and fun.
Um.
No, I got petrified by a vision of watching 4 people get massacred.
Yeah,
just
he
got-
left you an oven, didn't he?
He left me two giant blunts, I think.
All
I
right,
just got like full rested. Is all I got.
Oh yeah,
And
you
I got a coin that I have no clue what happens with it.
Oh yeah, no, the coin's important, but the oven's funny. Because Butterball, you got the wood burning oven for like cookies, right? It's just a big ass oven
Yeah,
on a
and
hill.
We have to figure out how to get the oven, to take with us.
How are we gonna move an oven? I
Well,
know we all
not
wake up
apparently.
and we're like, where did this oven come from?
We have the caravan, the wagon thing. Just put it in the wagon. Easy
Oh, that's
peasy.
true. Yeah, that's. Yeah.
Unfortunately, her patron doesn't have much of a concept of. Is this a movable object? You just asked for a thing, so
Guys.
here's a thing.
I have a genius idea. We found this oven in this field. We sell ovens. We sell cookies from the back of our wagon to make money. We call it Mrs. Fields Cookies. Huh? Huh, guys?
Bombs remembers.
I mean, we don't have a whole lot of money, so I
Morty
think
came
that's-
prepared, and I love it.
Y'all got a shit ton of money. What do you mean?
Yeah, didn't I just get you all of the back?
Oh, yep.
pay?
Yeah, we have a lot
You
of.
stole all of Sorth's money.
Oh, that's
I have-
right. Yeah,
And she
no
gave
more-
someone else,
I'm-
some dudes, a raise.
Okay.
91
Okay.
platinum
I just-
right now.
I collected his back pay.
And
Yeah.
kept it.
He clearly doesn't need it.
However, you guys all, wake up in the morning. Things are beyond the harrowing visions that you've been given and the conversations with deities and the like. It's time for you guys to begin your journey and start your plan. Or figure out what exactly where you intend to go next.
Well, we're already on our way to Sosei. We're about halfway there. Right? That's where we decided to stop.
I
I
believe.
thought we were going to Sourcey.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Those states where you're
town
coming
east
from,
of-
sources where you're going to.
He came up with these town names. That guy, I swear.
It's great. Those totally weren't the last two that I named.
I think we
Yeah.
just can continue on.
As you're preparing the cart to, head out, you've all had, well,
Like a newborn baby.
Mud didn't have the best night's sleep.
Yeah, fuck you. But I did get these nice blunts. Hey.
Tulip,
And then you gave them to your cat.
Tulip and Butterball had, probably an average night's sleep. Mud wakes up feeling he had the best sleep of his entire goddamn life.
Mud or me?
You. Emmerich woke up with the
Yeah.
best goddamn sleep of his entire life. And as you will prepare to go, the sun shining above you, and things start to get dimmer. It's like everything's becoming darker.
That damn daylight savings.
And it's steadily becoming like darker and darker until it's basically a dome around you is pitch black like the middle of the night.
Like literally just a dome around us.
Yes.
Well, this isn't normal.
Now, also, can any of you make a teleportation portal?
No.
Okay.
Little
We
too
aren't
high level.
Oh, Jesus. What kind
I
of
don't
hacks
know
are you
enough
doing
about
over
the
there,
arc-
Warlock?
Anything about the arcane? At least the little knowledge I
I was
have.
just trying to figure out how to keep
Yeah,
my
I
oven.
wanted to.
So if we dropped a portal here, we could get back to it.
At the
I
top
thought we
of-
were putting it in the cart.
Also, to make
Thought we'd-
to make a permanent teleportation circle, you have to spend a year casting in the same spot.
I mean, we can leave you behind if you want.
It takes eons. It's my
Is
favorite part.
the oven cartable? Is it a movable oven? Or we just have this big wooden oven in the middle of nowhere that's just gonna stay here forever?
It's a
Brick,
stone.
but-
It's a brick oven. It just is made of. You guys could probably lift it. However,
I mean, pizzas to go, bro.
enshrouded in darkness, the little light seems to come on. It's not sunlight from the top. It feels almost like a full moon's light shining.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Am I able to make any kind of perception check to see if I see anybody around us?
Sure.
I'll give him the help action on that.
I'm just gonna open my eyes super wide.
Your sword also is buzzing of potential danger.
Oh well, that would have been.
Not like when you walked into the mansion where it was basically screaming at you, like the low hum of this could be dangerous, but not necessarily like a deadly thing.
I even with
Definitely.
advantage, I only got a 10.
That's
Oh, no.
rough.
I ready the sword and let everybody know that we might be in danger, but I'm not sure.
Fortunately, even with a 10, you can't really see anybody like in the whole like light of the moon or whatnot. But you do notice two entities walk in from the side and basically stand at attention like guards, so to speak. I've sent a little picture of what they look like in the voice chat thing.
Okay.
All right, those look friendly.
Okay then.
Okay.
Hey, Morty, would you like to make a religion check?
I was just about to ask.
A religion?
A
Religion?
religion?
Seeing these winged
That's me
bastards,
in the
I'm gonna go ahead and do psychic whispers and make sure that we're all connected,
Awesome.
so we can talk to each other without anybody hearing us.
Believe it or not, I actually don't have the highest religion. I got an 11.
Cool. You're not sure what these are called, but you are familiar with them enough to know that they are related to Iluniana, the goddess of the moon.
Oh. Like my goddess?
Yes.
Oh.
They
Did you
are.
just renounce her?
Your
No,
first boo.
I was advised to not do that by Celeste.
Yeah, but I think they heard you.
We're talking in our heads right now, guys.
Yeah, we're not crazy. We're just talking to ourselves in our heads.
The voices, they don't stop.
My therapist says
Yeah.
it's normal.
They basically stand at
Please to
attention.
serve the moon god.
Very reminiscent of what you'd expect, like, a royal guard to be doing. And from, like, the moon type light that you see, something, like, materializes of, like, the immortal form of Iluniana.
Oh, joy. I'm not scared. You're scared. When are you?
Cleric, you have been aiding the demoness.
Demoness. I don't serve a demon. What are you accusing me of here?
Your voice gives away your fear. The demoness that you aid was put down for a reason. Let her influence die like the past she served.
Hmm. Okay, hold on. I was not prepared for this. Give me a moment. Oh my god. Um. Um.
Does this
I told
fall
you-
under fuck around and find out?
I told you
I think
guys for the last
so.
like 3 days I've been scheming.
Um. Um.
In our heads, we just hear Emmerich going shit.
Shit. Yeah. Just fuck. If you speak of who I think you speak of, no evil emanates from this being. In fact, quite the opposite, my lord. My
Also,
goddess.
to be clear, you know the phases of the moon and the different like quote unquote personalities
Mm-hmm.
of the moon goddess and how they change with basically the seasons.
Yes.
This is in one of her more wrathful seasons.
Oh, joy. I take note of that mentally.
No.
Hey, Emmerich, do you need help with something?
Was slain for a reason. She might seem so kind to you now, but you're playing with powers beyond your comprehension, cleric.
And I
You
really hate to be this guy.
stray so far from the path you were given. This is your
If it is-
chance to return to the light.
My path. Straight from my path. I have accomplished more vengeance that you have given me the chance to lately than I ever have before. I don't believe I'm straying from the path you set me on. If anything, I'm accomplished more than I ever have. 2 names are gone from my list thanks to the powers you have given me.
And yet, you seem intent to do it upon that demoness's guidance.
Oh. It was sort of a passing of stars, a collision of fate in that. It was coincidence, not choice.
But yet you still don't renounce her, even now. She seeks the end of what you know. Has she told you her plans whatsoever? her goals, what she intends to do.
She is not.
And yet you trust them so wholeheartedly. Does that not strike you as strange?
I've had a lot of things strike me as strange in the past 2 weeks. And just dealing with the cards that I have been given.
But it seems you're trying to deal yourself a new hand. That is not amongst our deal. A cleric may not have two gods. Not amongst my people. Now you will have to make a choice. How much do you trust that demoness to protect you?
Not in our head.
I'm guessing out of game, before I say anything that gets me smited and turned into a pile of ash. And, do I have to make this choice immediately right now where we stand at this very moment? Or is she giving me, am I being granted some sort of time? Or
Unclear? She doesn't seem like she's going to strike you down right now, but she also doesn't seem like she's gonna help you anymore either.
okay. What do you mean by that? Like, is she renouncing my ties to her as a cleric? Or do I need to make, like, just, yeah, a little more?
She's basically giving you the choice to pick which god you're following, which god you're choosing to have your power from.
What is my... It's really low. I'm gonna lie.
I'm gonna lie real quick.
He's gonna fuck around. We're gonna find out.
It's not exactly a lie, because the thing is a lot of the names on my list just happen to coincide with the names on Celeste's lists. It's like the enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of thing. So, what I'm gonna say is, I still walk the path of vengeance that you set me on.
Yes. Yes, you do. But are you still doing it just for your vengeance? Or have you perhaps chosen another reason?
There is no other reason. My men died that day.
Yes. Yes, they did. You will have your time to make your choice. Now is not it. But and as she's in the middle of speaking, cracks seem to be appearing in her little dome. like brilliant golden cracks, and like the warm, sunny feeling that you've become familiar with whenever Celeste is nearby.
I like instinctually reach, like not reach in my pocket, but feel for the coin.
The coin is still there and has a warm, pleasant glow. And as this happens, her two guards and Iluniana disappear, the dome fades away, and Celeste's light also fades, leaving you once again in the meadow.
What the fuck was that?
What the fuck?
I just
Yes.
drop, like, slam my, like, no, kind of put the sword in the ground as like a hold my balance. Kind of just start shaking, try to catch my breath.
And as the three of you look around, you find that Patch is currently missing.
Oh,
That's where'd you go? I was like,
That's-
3, there's 4 of us.
I swear it wasn't me.
Patch
Yeah,
finds
immediately.
themselves back in
Let's go look.
the night-veiled land where he first met the knight. Once again at that campfire. But instead of the knight being there to visit you, there's a different man. You don't recognize him. But he sits across a stump from you, looking with almost a half grin, an arrogant smile. So you're the new chosen. One of the chosen of the night. How exciting.
Sure.
I, too, am one of those chosen.
Oh, really?
Yes, yes. And I think in this realm of night that we reside in, the two of us could be very helpful friends. After all, I know what your friends are after. And I think I can point you in the right direction.
Mind telling me your name, friend? If we're gonna be friends?
Names are a very powerful tool. For now, we can start with titles. So, what title would you give yourself?
In my ass.
Honestly, I've never really been into titles myself.
Excellent.
Somebody should not live by the titles that they're given or make up for themselves, but rather live by the deeds that they accomplish.
Interesting. Well, then I will just simply call you the new one for now. The Fresh Shadow.
Call him freshman.
Many
Fresh meat.
My-
So if I'm the Fresh Shadow, then what is your title?
in this world, we'll go with my title in the mortal plane. Because as I'm sure you've guessed, you are no longer on the mortal plane while you are here.
Gonna go ahead and file that under no shit.
Excellent. Upon the mortal plane, many know me as the Emperor.
Chat, let me know if the music's too loud. I can turn it down for you.
What? Like with the capital E?
And with
I say into his head.
yes. And with that, of course, titles out of the way. Are you interested in the deal? You have made enemies of. What is she going by now? Césaire? Yes?
Oh.
And she too has scorned me. And I would love nothing more than to watch her petty little plans fall apart around her. And as such, I can point you to the location of one of her spark bearers, as she's been calling. Is that something that interests you?
I don't know if it necessarily interests me, but I know that it would interest someone else,
Good.
someone that hasn't been a dick to me.
Excellent. See, we can have a working relationship where I give you fun little information that will help you along your journey. In exchange, you are doing me the solid of killing those in the way of my plans. I think it's all very fair.
So does it just so happen that this spark bearer lines up with your plans?
This spark
Or
bearer-
is your plan to provide the sparks back to Celeste?
I I care not what happens to those sparks. Gods are meaningless to me. When you follow an entity so much older and more powerful than the entire pantheon, why care about the gods? The night has eclipsed them all.
I see what you
No.
did there, and I'm on board with that. Um,
No. My plans are progressing very smoothly. However, Césaire wants to ruin my plans. So it's within my plan's best interest to watch her world crumble around her.
question for you.
Yes.
As long as our paths are going in the right direction, can you ensure that we will not catch the ire of the Empire while we are accomplishing our tasks?
I do not control the general. However, if you're not preventing the general's conquest, he has no reason to fight you.
Oh, okay.
Now, your friends must be missing
You never told me where the spark bearer was.
in Source. He is known as Altithar, Outthur, the
Spell that for me.
Unbreakable. But I've taken to calling him the Fallen. And give me half a
What
second.
was his name again, Jester?
Give me half a second to find the spelling of his name. Athtar. Athtar.
Got another
Breakable
name on my
or-
list.
Or fallen.
He's in that city. And I can even tell you exactly where.
It's another on my list.
Okay.
You'll find him residing in the keep, working with the garrisons as the quote-unquote hero. But you also find the city you're going to is no longer as it was. It is The darkness that seeps from its borders near the fort that defends against the demons and the fiends. Sometimes that darkness seeps through, and you'll find that city is infested with that darkness.
I mean, I'm pretty good with darkness.
Perhaps I chose my words poorly. There you will find fiends, abominations, and undead of various degrees. For that city is no longer a safe haven, but a fallen bastion of death.
That why you're not going there?
Oh. My army has a better task to be doing. And I am busy upon another conquest on another continent. I could not be bothered to go there myself.
What if you don't mind me asking, what are you busy with?
Farewell, fresh shadow. And the world will warp as you just kind of like appear back in the meadow right behind the oven, as if you were hiding behind it the whole time.
Oh, shit.
There you are, you little shit.
Where'd you go?
Oh,
Rude.
I am a sneaky motherfucker.
Uh-huh.
You don't look so
In-
good. Last time I
Um,
saw that look, it was on my face after I watched 4 people die.
Yeah, you look about as pale as me right now. Don't meet your heroes.
So I'm pretty sure I just met the Emperor.
What?
The Emperor?
Yeah.
Does he have unlimited power?
Oh.
He's also commonly called the God Emperor, because the people of the Empire view him as a deity.
Did he tell you anything interesting?
So yeah. Apparently, the path that we're currently on kind of runs parallel to something that he's trying to accomplish.
Well, that's not good.
Isn't
I
that
mean,
convenient?
I have some information for you about a
Me?
spark bearer.
Where? What's their name?
Athtar.
Who?
Athtar, the
I mean,
Unbreakable.
immediately pull out my like little ripped off cloth with the names on it.
To be fair, Aftar is a well-known figure within this country. Of like, if you grew up in this country,
Yeah.
basically all of the fairy tales you've read about, oh, the great hero that that did such and such quest, they're
Yeah,
all written about him.
The Who was more of like a I know that name. What name did he just say to me?
Yeah.
Kind of like
Just to give background so that you all know that man. He's literally he's the stuff of legends.
right.
He's like a several 100-year-old, been around since practically the birth of this country. He is the fairy tales.
Can no longer be a coincidence to me. And I show you guys the list of names and how who did we just who did we kill just now? Prince Vostok is also on this list. And then I show them that Césaire is also on this list.
Sir Cadell, the general of the Second Army.
And I basically say these are all the people that were responsible for the Battle of Broken Spear. This is no longer just a coincidence.
Well,
I think
this
all
guy,
of these people on this list are all of the Spark Bearers.
he definitely has a bit of a spark. I also got a location for him. He is apparently a hero of the garrison and is in their keep. I'm a cards on the table kind of guy, guys. I'm not really gonna hide shit from you.
Feel
Not
like
only
fate.
that, but we can, I can kind of look into your heads as it is a little bit. So
I no longer deny fate having a role in this path that we are on. Hemrick just kind of like stares off to the distance and just starts to think.
So, like, super quick, do any of you guys have the ability to identify magical items?
I do
Excellent
not.
question.
Huh?
That is an excellent question.
I thought you
Anyone?
had detect magic.
I have detect magic. I don't have identify. Detect magic only tells you what school of magic it is.
Oh,
And I
no.
believe you already did that to the coin, didn't you?
I did. It is necromantic or necromancy, whatever.
Necrotic?
Fuck.
Necrotic.
Necrotic.
Nailed it.
Well, no, it's necromancy
I-
because even healing spells are technically necromancy. So
Yes. Well,
Well, they are now. They were a lot of the healing spells were fucking evocation before, which is so
Yeah.
dumb.
evocation. That doesn't make any sense.
Like cure wounds was an
I
evocation
know.
spell.
BRB.
all right, teleport Butterball now.
Pretty sure
yes,
she's the only one that didn't have some traumatic meeting with her god.
That's because Fernanda loves her.
So the two people we are yet unaware of, but we can now theorize that they are Spark Bearers, are Silent, the Chief Tactician, and the General of the Imperials. We have already killed Vostok. We know that Cesar is
A badass bitch.
a badass. Well, unless you told us that vision. I don't know if you've told us the vision you had yet.
I technically told you were sick, so you had already hopped off, and in game
Gotcha.
I did tell everyone about it, and since you technically were, what happened, I essentially tell the story in character to our characters, so all of our characters know what happened back there.
Gotcha.
Because
Okay.
I
Oh, yeah,
watched
'cause you
it
told
from
us-
Cesare's, like I was watching it from her point of view.
So yeah,
So it wasn't like a bird's eye view or anything. Like I was her and watching her murder these people.
finally share freely this like list of names because I've told you about it, but I don't think I've showed it to you guys before.
Seeing that, I'll give the full download of the entire conversation that I just had.
Mhm.
Including actually mentioning the fact that the city you're going to is full of fiends, demons, and undeads.
Indeed.
What?
Indubitably.
Did you ask what happened to the city?
I started asking questions and he ended the call.
We must go about this more carefully than Sorsay.
One of the potential things that might have happened to cause the city to fall is something almost too dark for anyone that's fought in the army to think of, and that's the possibility that maybe Fort Guardian has fallen.
Holy shit. Would I know this?
You were in the army long enough to know that Fort Guardian holds back like waves and waves of the worst possible fucking things you could imagine. and has the most elite soldiers in the entire country.
Do you think that's something I need to make a roll for? Would I be just to be able to tell them that that's a possibility of what?
That's for sure something you could be like, yo, that might have happened.
Yeah. So I say, what's the name of the city we're going to again? Because the names are so similar.
Sourcey.
Sourcey is
Sourcey.
closest
Sourcey,
to
yeah.
Fort Guardian. If it is as overrun as you say, it is not out of the possibility that Fort Guardian has fallen.
So we go there looking for the spark bearer. There's a good chance we need to liberate the city as well.
I don't think the city can be saved. I think it is already no longer a city.
I feel like at this point, nowhere is safe. There is too much human and too much god shit going on that, like, there's too many paths going on, and we are just essentially stuck trying to make the decisions we feel is the correct ones. Like, I mean, hell, Emmerich over here in a battle with two gods. We have another one telling Patch that I need you to go find this person and go kill this person, and this because it fulfills mine. I guess he's technically not a god, but like
Neither of Tulip's patrons are gods.
And technically, he didn't ask me to kill him. All he said was he knew that we were on that path already, and it kind of lined up with what he wanted.
He just gave you a freebie.
Yeah.
This is the path I must walk.
Now, I don't know what that's going to cost me in the future for paybacksies. And I'm a little bit worried about that, to be completely honest.
Well, we have your back. You had to make the decisions you felt were necessary. I feel like we've all had to make those already. So we're in this deep together. I feel like we hope no one's backing out yet, because we in the deep shit.
Damn, the one time Nasara is actually nice to Patch.
Yeah. I just look at Nasara like, where did that come from?
It's the weed.
In my own head.
That's what
In
was
my
missing
own
here.
head. I say to myself, does she have my back so that she can stab me in it?
And now Eladrin
I'm just a little angry when I'm sober.
Eladrin will pipe up. My. It seems the whole country is falling apart at the seams.
Oh yeah, he's been here the whole time, huh?
I'm not even sure if we successfully reclaim the throne, if there'll be anything to save.
Question you need to ask yourself, is it worth saving?
That is
Or is it worth building anew? She's young enough.
Well, the problem there is building anew. Where? What?
Yep.
If the Empire takes it over, we'll be nothing more than, at best, we would be a vassal state.
I feel like we would have to go very far south to give us enough time to rebuild. Because whatever the Empire's doing, it's quickly happening around us.
I suppose.
I feel like regardless where we go right now, we're in enemy territory.
As long as we don't fuck with them, they're not going to fuck with us, though.
If Tulip did give all of the information from his conversation with the Emperor did say that he wasn't coming to take care of this personally, because he was on a different continent doing his own thing. And as far as you guys
also said that he does not control the general.
Yes. The important thing about being on a different continent, though, is as far as you guys were concerned, No one can cross the oceans. No one has successfully done that.
Somebody has. Or he was lying.
He did not seem to be lying.
I feel like if we're wanting to go the route, because like, sure, right now no one's messing with us, but with us being known as a next heir or rightful heir, like, they're gonna put us with her. So people who hate her are gonna hate us. So if we're going to help her, then we have to accept that we are going to have to defend her. And I think that's kind of what we have to decide.
Alicia's going to pipe up from the back as well. And like, I mean, I am capable of defending myself to some degree. I have magics. I'm good at that kind of thing.
How long ago was the Battle of Broken Pass? Do you remember how long ago that was?
I don't remember how long. We said it was probably no more than like a couple or a few
It's
years.
like 4 years, I think, or 3.
Probably close to
Anyway,
like two-ish years.
I've spent 2 years having people hate me. I'm not worried about that.
Get driven out of every town just because people don't like rabbits, apparently. Fuck, I don't know.
It's quite sad. I see it all the time, and I quite like you folk. Your race has always been wholesome and kind.
Sorry about your look. Everybody loves me.
Yeah, it's because you have cookies, all right?
Because you have
Well, now
cookies.
everyone loves me.
Yeah, we all look at Elena and we're just like, it's because you have cookies, Elena.
It's not because of your personality.
Oof! Ow!
Easy, Rod.
Damn.
Easy.
God.
And I'm just, wait a second.
Apparently, Nasara has switched targets off of me.
Damn.
I mean, at this point for me, I don't even know if my family is still alive. The Empire probably burned the whole forest down. My only hope is that they ran south or they found my friends south of the capital because I told them where they were if they ever felt they're in danger. Just tell them that they are family of me and they will take care of them. So at this point, I am on the fuck it yellow mode. So, like,
And I'm not sure if it's the best time to say this, but you did ask earlier. I am able to identify things.
now you
Fucking
tell
shit.
us.
I
I think
was
we just forgot he was here.
Or, wait, did she say that or he say that?
Alicia.
Sorry, she was here. I'm bad with
Alicia,
pronouns.
could you do me a solid?
Probably.
Can you take a look at this coin?
Yeah, but it'll take me a little bit.
That's cool.
I look at Alicia and I say, I have already vowed my service to this land, which means that I have bound my service to you, because you are the true ruler of it.
Yeah,
Just dropping vows left and right.
I feel
early avowed, some might say.
it's technically
Clearly
one
does
vow,
not have
the
commitment
same-
issues.
the same vow. It just all happens to be
Unless
the
it's a
same
Thursday
people
night.
affected by it.
Damn.
I missed that
anyway.
last one.
Yeah, so did I.
I said clearly he doesn't have commitment issues unless it's a Thursday night.
I'm sorry.
I
Okay,
heard
I'm here.
Damn.
It's not my fault that they all are. I have got these like 4 different things crossing together.
It's canon now. It's fine.
What do you guys say? I say we still go to the city and investigate.
Check it and wreck it.
Checkers or wreckers, boys?
This is Eladril will once again begin speaking to the four of you. I understand the need to go to the city, but I understand the need to save it if you can. However, I'm not sure I'm willing to put the princess's life in danger in a city overrun with fiends and demons and the like.
Where would you go? Where do you think we should go instead if we don't go there?
I believe that you should all continue that direction. I, however, have an alternate plan for Celia and myself.
Where will you go?
I think
Wherever you go.
it is better if I do not say. If you're going into an unknown enemy's territory, the less information that you know, the less that can be taken from you.
I actually agree with that.
That makes too much sense.
Can we? I have grown to trust you and the Empress, so I agree. But how will we find you once we are done with the city?
In 3 weeks' time, meet us at the outskirts of the Forest of Stone.
Okay.
Hey, just coming over to my house?
Perhaps.
Wait, where are they
We
going?
can just meet there.
I know not where your house is at, but I do know that that forest has some sort of ancient power that can help us.
Okay.
So I'll
I'll
make
give him my address.
I'm just gonna stare at it because it's not village roading. Like road systems are probably so much different, like a city's road systems. So he's gonna stare and be like, "Wow," and have no idea where exactly that actually is.
Oh, wow!
Wow.
You got 3 weeks to figure it out. It's on the outskirts of the village of Forest of Stone.
Check Google Maps, dude.
Check Jester Maps, dude.
I believe fate will lead us back together.
Fate seems to have a keen eye on you.
On Emmerich. I was gonna suggest those like little stonies for talking things.
I don't think any of us have those.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we don't have sending stones yet.
That would be something to buy in the city. Too bad the city's
Too bad
gone.
the cities. Yeah, that's why. God, we had 91 platinum.
Hey,
spent.
hey,
Can't
we
find
have
it.
my
Cities gone.
cardinal. We can send my bird if we need to.
True.
To get supplies.
Send
To
messages.
send a message. Oh,
Send a
okay.
message.
Bird.
What? Oh, and you have your familiar, right, Elena?
Uh-huh.
Alicia also has a familiar.
And they're friends.
They're like besties.
Mhm.
She has the second fuck, I forgot what it's called again.
Yeah.
The unicorn
Yep.
thingy. The deer thing.
Huh?
Yep.
That's
The
how
flying
that's
deer.
that's
I
how
still
pretty
don't
much
trust that
wanna-
shit, by the way. I
What is
still
your
don't trust
familiar?
it.
Your familiar is like a little baby dragon, right?
It's a pseudo dragon.
Yeah. Okay.
a sword of dragon.
His name is Smock.
What was the Empress's familiar again?
No, just a little owl. It's a little owl friend.
That's adorable.
I think I actually have good enough art for her real quick. Hold on.
I think I forgot what
Inside
it was
all
called.
of your heads, real quick. Here,
Yes.
I still have all of Volstock's deeds, and there are some stories about his mansion that have been magically redacted. What do you think about giving those to the Empress and her guardian in case they need leverage, or they could even research the stories or anything like that?
Doesn't hurt to ask to see if they need them.
I mean, she has more power than we do, so
Yeah, maybe she can use that leverage to do something with them.
or use it to show legitimacy of her heir. We don't know.
Right. Having discussed this a little bit, I go ahead and bring it up to them and ask if that is something. I mean, at bare minimum, the magically redacted stories, see if they can research into that while they're doing their thing and we're doing ours.
Or maybe
And
they can.
when we meet up in 3 weeks, maybe they're able to give us some more information about it.
Yeah, maybe they can unmagic the redacted information.
Yeah.
Yes, I think we can certainly. I'm not sure we'll have a lot of time to research anything, but if the time does come, it would likely be us that have the time to do so. I imagine you will all have your hands quite full.
The only thing I can tell you, if you get in the tussle there, just head south. I know people in a small town of Eventide south of the mountain. So if you need a place to lay low, go talk to them if they're still there. I don't know.
5D stories are next.
Excellent. And she's going to hand you back your coin.
Okay.
Even knowing what it is, what it's called, I am still uncertain of its function exactly. It seems to be a strange variation of a coin, like a soul coined. And normally my spell would teach me how to use these properties, but it didn't. It's as if it doesn't have any properties that I could have activated. My guess is that it was where did you get it?
I got it from the night.
Like, you found it during nighttime? Or you got it from
The night.
the primordial entity known as the night?
Yes, he.
The entity that represents the entire night sky? And everything beyond our mortal plane? That night?
Yeah. Look, I don't understand it either.
Did he tell you why?
No. But at that moment, I'm going to raise up my hand. I'm going to spend one of my energy dice if I can put energy.
What do you mean by putting energy into it? Like,
Well, like the psionic energy that I have within me, whether it's the blade or whatever. I want to see if, since she's not able to see what activates it or what properties it has, I want to see if my abilities provide property to it.
sure. And you're using it's like your psychic abilities and whatnot?
Yeah. My psionic powers. I'm going to use one of my energy dice to try to pump into it.
You try
What
to
happens?
put some juice in there.
Yeah.
Mess around with it a little bit, and as you're doing so, instead of it accepting your energy like you expect and it like revealing itself to you, it's almost like you just hear a cacophony of voices coming from it, bouncing around in your own head. None of them are discernible, but it sounds like there are so many.
I don't want to do that again.
You look unwell.
Yeah, bit of a headache.
What did you do?
Something I'm
Fucked
not
around.
doing. I fucked around and found out. I just tried to put some of my magic into it and go.
What happened? What did you? Did you?
Like 1,000 voices all at once.
Hmm.
I suppose with the name that I discovered for it being a soul coin, perhaps it is comprised of souls or storing them for something.
Okay,
Oh,
you guys talk. I'm gonna go.
I don't like that. All those souls trapped inside that coin.
We were told, when I was a child, we were told fairy tales of the night. And in none of those stories did it ever sound like the good guy.
No, it did not.
And you are aware that the night is the patron, she puts little quotation marks as she says, deity of the empire that is ravaging our land.
Very much so.
And you said that he said that he spoke to the emperor? Like, the emperor? I am concerned that there are things happening in the background that we are not fully aware of, that perhaps even your friend is not aware of yet.
I also share those concerns.
Though I feel those very similar concerns for you. Celeste is a very mysterious entity that we know very little about because her name was quite literally stricken from history.
Yes, but something feels like she is the right one to trust. I can't explain it, but it's just a feeling. It seems
And
we
you,
need to undo what was done.
she's going to gesture to Nassar now, and you're being visited by what? Some amnesiac, confused god that doesn't know where they are?
He knows exactly where he's at, all right? He just doesn't know his position at the moment.
And you
He
trust
kind of
him?
got ousted.
And you trust him?
I mean, I feel like if a guy's just gonna be like, "Yo, this is what would have happened to you if he stayed and watched me, made me watch 4 people just die," you know, I feel like he's at least trying to warn us. He might not be able to help us a lot, but you know,
I've never heard of a deity of his name. Ever. Or even one that acts remotely how they do.
well then, what do you think he actually is then?
I'm not sure even he knows.
No, that's just part of the weed. It's normal.
My concern is that he's not actually as he appears and is just really good at putting on a show to make you trust him.
What do you think I should ask him the next time I see him?
I don't know, but I believe that is something that you should spend some time considering.
Okay.
She's gonna look to Elena. Fuck, I don't know why I blanked on her name for so long. But she's gonna turn to Elena and be like, "And you?
Yes, ma'am.
Usually they are tricksters and nefarious entities. Yet yours seems to be exceptionally kind, even if she is hiding something. But of all of the four of you, I somehow find the Fae the most trustworthy. And that is concerning. Also, can I have a cookie?
Are you looking for any particular type of cookie? I got some new ones.
A random cookie.
And they have. Oh, okay. Here you go.
Thank you.
Don't worry, it's the only reason we keep her around too.
No,
You.
Someone's got to cook for us because my mom taught me, but
Oh no.
Mm.
Oh no. With that, Aladriel and Alicia are going to get aboard their lovely flying antler boy and take flight, because why walk when you can literally fly?
yeah,
I know.
pretty great.
If
Pretty
only
great.
you didn't have a wagon
Only we
and a
didn't have a
like
wagon.
70-pound oven.
It's only 70 pounds. That's nothing.
It's not a huge oven.
I was picturing like a brick oven, like
Nah, it's like
Russian folklore brick oven.
it's like they took
Damn.
one of those but shrunk it down to like a little bit smaller than a fireplace size.
Oh, excellent. Never mind. That's in the cart. Done.
That shit
it's in the Amazon cart, bruh.
That shit's coming with.
I still think we should do my cookie idea. It's pretty great.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea at all.
You know, she gets offended by my comment, but yet she got gifted a brick oven. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, you're not making the only. Oh, I guess I'm not the only girl in the group. Whatever.
Hey, girl. Hey.
They do that to me in my other game all the time. I get misgendered
Oh.
because I'm playing a dude. So.
You're just a dude playing another dude.
Right? It just gets confusing.
And now you guys can finally begin your journey without probably without any more interruptions.
Probably.
I didn't just meet my god and almost shit my pants because they were like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
It was a great morning. All of that happened in the span of like 7 minutes. Y'all got up this morning. We're like, all right, cool, and then the world chose violence.
Can we take another long rest? Cause like, fuck this day.
Sure.
In particular.
Do you want me to make you something?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been smoking this like half the day to get over the shit that I just went through, and I've got the munchies.
It's not even. It's at this point. It's not even like 10 in the morning yet. It's like It's like a crisp 9:30.
Crisp
9:30. A lot of shit's happened in like the 3 hours I've been awake.
Let's at least have breakfasts.
Yeah, let's
I look at Asara and I'm just like, would you mind? Thank you.
Mind if I take a hit?
Bruh, we all need it, alright?
Take 2 and pass.
Take one hit, pass it around. I still
I just
got
took
another
that.
blunt in my pocket.
Holy shit!
Oh yeah, by the way.
Oh my
That shit hit deep.
Water. Well done.
Emmerich looks over at me and I'm like,
Hey, buddy, how you doing? You doing okay? Are you doing all right with that?
You're a rabbit.
I've been a rabbit the entire time.
You're late for tea.
Pretty calm. Pretty calm. He needed to take his mind off what the fuck just happened.
I think you need to sit down.
What is this, Mass Singer now?
And take a break.
Hey, you're channeling a little bit too much nighttime there. Hold on.
okay.
All right. Are you prepared to begin your journey?
Yes.
Or finish your journey? Continue your journey.
Huzzah!
Are you prepared to journey?
Are you journey to prepare? Start.
Now we set upon the path.
You start chugging along towards which you've now been informed is a cursed as hell city.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely positively fucked.
Tally ho.
Holy cow.
And you travel for a couple hours. And as you slowly get closer and closer to the city, you'll probably get there inconveniently around nightfall.
Cool.
As you get closer,
Should-
things just appear to be like less and less alive. Like there's a rot that's taken hold of the land.
You said this is outside of Sorsay.
It's progressively getting worse as you get closer to it.
Can we see the city yet or no?
Not quite. It's
Should-
There's no fire. It's not on fire or anything. No smoke in the sky.
you can see like faint wisps of like black smoke way in the distance, but you're not sure if that's from like a campfire that's somewhat nearby or like the city burning real big from far away.
I mean, I feel like if it's just faint wisps of smoke, we could probably assume it's not a giant city burning alive.
I mean, you're still like several miles away. Like you're a ways away.
Yeah, but a city that big would be seen from like a very, very, very long distance if it was a fire that large.
Probably. So you can make the safe assumption that the city is at least probably still there.
Should we? Do you guys feel comfortable coming here at night? Like we could go, like get ourselves settled in town in the cover of night, or should we set up camp outside of town and be prepared?
I feel like we should set up camp outside, give a little look at the city, see what's going on around outside first, set up camp, and then we'll make a plan depending on the information presented once we get a good look at the city.
As you guys keep continuing down the road, just over like a small hill, you see like 3 or 4 wagons that look like military wagons, absolutely fucking booking it away from the city. Like you still can't see the city on the horizon yet, but there's like 4 Imperial like troop wagons that are just they're getting out. They look like they're just gonna blow right past you and not even stop.
Can we try to stop them to see what they're facing?
Sure.
Yes. Do we want to do that, or do we just want to get the card out of the way?
If we don't, I'm probably gonna call them pussies. As
Okay, that's fine. I don't feel like we should stop them because that's. I don't like they're in a rush.
fuck
Clearly
this
something's
shit, I'm
going
out.
on. You know, clearly they're trying to get out of.
They're getting the fuck out of
Let's
Dodge.
see. Like it would just confirm that what you saw is probably more than likely true.
Okay, well, let's just pull over and let them bitch out.
Are you actually going to yell at them as they go by?
Under my breath. Yeah.
Damn, they even had a reply ready.
Did we get a look at their faces as they go by? Like we make a perception check?
Sure.
I'll do that.
Ooh, that's a natural 18 on the dice.
That's a natural one for me.
And your
So
dice
20
cursed as shit.
22.
As they're zipping by, moving at a relatively quick pace. And by relatively, I mean the maximum speed those carriages can go. You can see the faces of some of the troops in the back of the caravan, and you can for sure see the faces of the drivers. And they look dirty, tattered, like they've been fighting for a while. And every single one of them has like a haunted, petrified look in their eyes. Like they've seen some shit they did not sign up for.
These men are terrified.
Look like mom raised some bitches, if you ask me.
I stifle a laugh. Because they are Imperials after all.
And as you guys are pulled over and they zip by, with a 22, you can also kind of, beyond looking at the Imperials, you can also kind of get the vibes of like you're being tailed.
Oh.
And glance into the sky, there appears to be like a couple of ravens that are just like following at a distance. And generally, they don't seem like it wouldn't be weird to see ravens or like birds flying around. But like looking back, it feels like every time you've looked behind the cart, the whole time you've been going, it's always been those 3 ravens just hanging out.
Odin! No, I'm kidding.
Yo, Emmerich, you see what I
I-
see?
We're being followed. I look at Nasara and I point up at the ravens and I say, we're being watched.
Do we recognize these to be the same as the raven that we had saw before? That I killed?
I mean, they're quite far away. They are basically, from what you can tell, they sure do look like ravens. They sure are birds. I mean, they look like they're probably trained if they've been following you. But the last bird you shot was not a trained bird and was literally magic. So these seem, it's hard to tell because, you know, they are far away. But they very much seem like regular, normal, real birds.
How far away are they?
Probably like half a mile.
Oof.
They're out of shooting range, Nasara.
They've learned their
Listen,
lesson
if I
from
got
last
some birds
time.
following me, like,
They learned their lesson from the last time.
I wish a motherfucker would.
don't learn today.
And with the Imperials blasted by, you may continue your journey. And as you continue this journey throughout the evening, you're stopped a few more times. Well, not stopped, because it's not a large group of carts like the last time. 1 or 2 carts here and there that are blowing past you, but it's big enough for them to just go by. It gives the vibes of whatever regiment of the Imperial Army was here. They are pulling the fuck out.
If you're leaving, can you give us some shit? You're not using it, obviously.
They act as if they did not hear you. From the back of a cart, one person just gives you a quick yellow advice. The only shit we can give you is to get the hell out.
Pussy. Oh, excuse me.
Your funeral.
Damn.
Mm, The
And
rot.
as
No.
it sounded like you were cutting out there. You good?
Who's cutting out?
Butterball.
Yeah, I thought Butterball was trying to say something, but it kept like
Yeah, we
cutting
can't-
out in my.
I can't hear you.
No, like for real, we can't hear you. Not that we're trying to fuck with you, we can't hear you. I said it wasn't.
I don't know.
There. Oh,
There we go.
Yeah.
The rot. That's it that we're seeing around us. Is that something that impacts us? And like we need to avoid
it turned on the voice changer thing again, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
For sure, the helium one.
For sure, the
helium one.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the one that my meeting was in. Anyway.
Oh man, that would be brutal.
Is it just defaulting to that?
No, I turned it on. But but then I didn't have anything to say for a while. But no, the rot. So like that we can see where everything is looking deadish. Is it something that we need to avoid touching so that we don't catch it?
It doesn't really. It's not a rot in like the physical sense. It just feels like the like nature is dying. Like where before the fields were like lush and green. As you get closer and closer to the city, the grass is going from like the lush green to like the lighter and lighter green till it gets to like that dead yellow. And then all the trees are like those dead, like scraggly, twiggy trees.
Okay.
It's almost as if like nature's giving you the warning of shit's fucked up ahead.
Makes sense.
And as the sun crests below the horizon, you can finally see the city. It's nestled down probably the biggest hill you've seen in this whole time. It's nestled at like the bottom of that hill. So as you come across, come over the hill, just the bottom of this valley is the large city. And as Emmerich alluded, it's not on fire. But it is the front gate broke. Several of the walls, like from the sides, if you didn't know better, it would look like they got cracked by trebuchets so that they could be charged into.
Is it quiet? Like too quiet?
It is deathly silent.
Is that every town we try to fucking go to is jacked up in one way or another?
Almost like you're in a war-torn country.
That city it's not alive anymore. There's no sound of life.
As you're sitting there, you said you were going to watch the city for a few minutes, right? That was part of your plan?
Mm-hmm. We want to, do a little scouting, you know?
Did you guys watch the city simply from the crest of the hill so you can get a decent look of the city without getting too close to whatever is in there? You see lights. As if like a fire was lit, but not like burning of the city, like a bonfire or like a signal fire at what you can assume is the keep. As if that is potentially the one bastion where mortal life might still stand. As it trying to either, in a way, it feels like it's trying to signal people to the survivors to come there and tragically, potentially also signaling the demons to go there as well.
Are we able to see any survivors going towards that light?
You are not close enough to the city to see any. Definitely not big enough crowds to see crowds from here. So if there are any survivors, there's either not many or they're doing their best to be as sneaky as possible. The light does seem to stir some attention outside of the city, though. See some formless shapes and shadows seem to like mold along the darkness and slip in through like the cracks of the wall. And it would not take a genius to figure out where those are going.
Well then,
You guys want to do?
do we get the feel like is my coin hot? Do I get the feeling like is it showing me if Ashtar's in the city or not?
The coin is like pleasantly warm still. Like, it still has the feeling that you're going in the right direction. So it's got the warmth of you're heading in the right way, but not like the ice hot that it was when it's like you
Gotcha.
will die.
So no symbols on it yet or anything? It's still like blank.
It looks like it's glowing a little bit on one side, like a symbol is being formed, but it's not there yet.
I still have a feeling that Ashtar is in that city somewhere.
We need to find him, right?
Yep, sure do.
I will reiterate the fact that he's in the keep. He's considered a hero. Those people. So that means two things. For one, he's probably got a lot of backup. Number two, if we're going to do anything, figure out a way to get him by, or as close to by himself as possible.
Well, I'm sure Nassara could turn some heads.
You guys like to roll a perception check for me?
Would love to.
No, I would not like to.
You do
Okay.
not have to. It is optional.
23.
I mean, I got a 4
Oh,
with a natural 1.
I got an 8.
hold on. Shit. Okay.
I got a natural 2 for a 6.
Christ.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 4.
So I'm the only one that saw something.
What did you roll?
23.
Okay, cool. As you guys are talking, you are the only person that's not surprised when a voice pipes up, literally behind you. Of the third thing you might need to consider is, of course, that he's the hero of these people because he's probably protecting them.
Who the fuck are you?
And immediately hold it out to whoever it is, like right to their neck, if they're close enough. Is it Sorith?
It sure is. He looks
Oh
entirely.
my god.
He looks entirely unfazed by your blade.
Sorith, what in the actual fuck?
Sorry, here's a cookie.
God.
Also, we gave a raise to Derek on your behalf. Thank you.
Who's Derek?
Elena, put the cookies away. This bastard does not deserve a cookie at the moment.
He is going
Where
to
the
take
fuck have
cookie.
you been?
I was busy.
Care to
Elaborate?
elaborate, or are you still going to be your classic fucking this information is for my ears only kind of self?
You're not under a spell anymore, jackass.
You're welcome.
Fairness, it was an important thing that I did. And
Were you running
considering-
solo dualities in Destiny?
I'm
fucking shade.
God
The
damn it.
fucking
And
shade.
you know what I'm gonna do after this? Exactly that.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna be in your chat for it.
Good.
I was how to explain this? I was checking some things.
I'm not.
We're so
The
had
best answer we're gonna
I
get.
have so missed these side comments and bullshit.
Listen, if you want your explanation, let me finish speaking.
Please.
I was checking up on some things because I had a concern. I had heard rumors of awful things happening on this side of the country, which didn't make sense to me because the Empire's not coming from this direction.
Well,
And so I went to Fort Guardian.
And?
Except it wasn't there.
what do you mean it's not there?
I mean, the goddamn castle isn't there. Not like they took it over and burnt to the ground. No, like the whole ass castle is gone.
What the fuck?
Did we do time travel when we were in the portals for a week and then everything went weird?
Well, no, because
Okay, I
wasn't
tried.
in the.
I don't.
That doesn't mean he's not in this other thing, multiverse timeline.
The castle. I found the base where the castle was.
Okay.
And it looks like it just left.
Like the foundations are still there, but the castle's gone.
The
Is
foundations
it like
are gone
Bobby
too.
Yaga's house? Did it get up and walk away?
But the foundations are gone. I wish it got.
Did
at
it
least
grow
I could
legs? Sort of.
track. At least I could track the castle that grew legs and walked away. No, there's just barren ground where a castle was. You can see the entire outline of a castle, and it's just gone.
Like the entire castle was failed.
It just left.
Did you poke it?
Kind of
Is it
power
it
would
cloaked?
require something like that.
I've studied the entities that we have seen come out of that land. The lost lands. The lands the fiends have driven us from ever since the portal opened. I've studied what comes out of that. And I know of nothing that could pull that off. I don't know what has happened.
Castle gone.
That
Things
means
running amok.
the garrison that was protecting the border is also gone. Unless they're in the keep. Which is what I hope. Because if
Well,
not, then those are just regular militiamen
looks like
inside
our
the keep fighting against things that would make even me quiver.
paths collide once again, Sorith.
Well, you seem to be trying to save a crumbling country, and it is my duty to do that as well. Our paths were destined to continue crossing.
Well, then why can't we just stay on the same path? Why do you gotta venture off for weeks on end and us not know where you're going? Can you at least tell us where you're going?
It was not entirely purposeful that I left.
All I'm saying, Sorith, is that we're in this together and you can trust us.
Yes, I went to bed and woke up at the castle. Or where the castle was supposed to be.
How did that happen?
What a fantastic question you've posed.
I mean, literally, one of us was always awake.
It was a big house.
Roadhouse.
If I am to believe you, what sent you there in the first place?
Presumably magic.
Ooh, then.
There,
And why?
unlike an entire castle disappearing, an entity able to teleport someone anywhere in the world is both exceptionally likely and not even uncommon.
Yes. I'm
But
aware.
Outside of the game, do we know what weapon or thing he took from the basement of that mansion?
Yeah. I believe it was called the Trader's Blade.
Right. Cool. Sorry, go ahead.
Does he have that blade on him? Do we see like a new sword that wasn't there before?
Before he had like the short sword that was, like basically company issued. And now he's got like 7 different kinds of daggers and short swords lining his belt.
Wow. Man's
Wow.
ready for war. Well, Sorith, how do you feel about killing Ashtar, hero of the people?
Why would we do why? Give me one good reason why we would do that.
Because he holds one of the sparks.
Good. Let him use it to push back the demons that we're fighting.
Is not, given from what we've seen from the other spark holders, out of the realm of reason that he is somehow involved in, and not such a positive way as to whatever's going on.
At this point, the Empire invasion is the least of my concerns. Because even the Empire is running afraid of this.
I'm just saying sometimes even the hero of the people can't be trusted. Just be ready.
Yes, don't trust him, but let him do his job.
Well, it's kind of unavoidable.
Sorith, what do you know of Cessair?
She is the general of the second army and a personal friend of the Regent Queen.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yes. Well, she's also a fucking bitch, and
Well, yeah, she is exceptionally rude, and I believe the word is ambitious.
if you want to say ambitious and evil and betraying this nation, then sure. Oh, also she's another spark holder.
Oh yes, I was familiar with her attempted coup.
Well, we outgame. I'm essentially
hanging out
giving
with
him the
her.
TLDR of what happened. Basically, she gave us an opportunity to flee. And Jacques showed me a vision of her murdering 4 people who were trying to stop her.
Hey, Sorth, this is us trusting you. I know, it's a wild concept.
See, I understand your desire to rebuild Celeste. And maybe if you succeed, she can drive back the darkness and maintain order like she used to. That was her job amongst the Pantheon. She maintained order. She was one of the twin gods of order. That meant keeping the gates closed and preventing. Just gonna gesture generally in the direction of the city and the Lost Lands. This wasn't a thing. I can't know for sure, but I'm fairly certain that this is a byproduct of whatever happened to the gods whenever it happened.
You say twins. Who's the other?
The twin gods of order?
Yeah, we already it's Celeste and then her brother, right?
Brother.
Yes.
Oh, I missed that.
I believe I told you his name was Dakith. Celestia and Dakith, the twin gods of order.
I agree with Sorth. Like that theory is sound.
And presently, your champion you seek to kill, I don't know for certain, of course. I haven't ventured into the town yet. But presumably, he is the only thing stopping whatever survivors are left from dying. And while killing him might have a good impact on your goals and on the war with the Empire and the like, it will also have a very drastic and detrimental effect on whatever survivors still live in this city.
Have you heard of a? He tells me he's a former god of Jakor.
What? You mean the guy that gave you weed the last time we spoke?
Yes, that man.
I believe we went over this then. I am unfamiliar with anyone by that name.
Well, what do you propose the best way to get to the keep is, Soreth?
I think before you take out the keep, you must consider that it's important to open a path for the survivors to escape.
I
I
don't
have-
disagree with that.
I have no opposition to you killing this champion after you make sure the people of this city become safe.
What direction is safe? Do we even know that?
Direction we just came from.
South is
South,
the
for sure.
the safe direction. Towards Castor and leaving this country to go to Drojan. Last I heard, Drojan was accepting refugees.
For now.
Indeed. The mountain pass will close in 3 or 4 months. So even if they want to continue accepting refugees, they won't. The winter will close them off. I don't know how you're going to open a path for them. But I'll tell you what. You look for ways to open the path. Put a dent in the numbers of enemies swarming the city, perhaps. I will sneak into the keep and see what I can find. If the champion is as corrupt as you say, then I fear that the keep is not the bastion of safety that they're pretending it is. And if it is the bastion of safety that we need it to be, then we'll open the path, get people to safety. If not, then I will help you kill him myself. That way we can make that keep the safety it needs to be.
Soreth, say, like the cut of your jib.
There was
I
a
agree with
time.
Are we
sentiment.
opening?
Pardon?
Where are we opening the path to?
I don't know. The gates are broken all over. The walls are shattered. So you should be able to. By path, I just mean leading them away, somewhere safe, after we can find as many survivors as possible. Have them
Should we
go
just
to
go to the Bifrost?
what?
Huh?
Have them go towards Castor. Castor is, from my contacts, Castor is the safest city in all of the country right now. The furthest from all the wars.
Okay. I
Our
agree.
job is basically to fuck shit up, put a dent in the numbers while you investigate.
And I'm good at fucking shit up, both positively and negatively.
Hear
We
that?
are pretty good at fucking shit up.
Wait, do you guys hear that?
Returns patch to shit list.
Where I belong. Let's be honest.
The question is how do we convince people that the keep is not safe?
I can't imagine it'll take much convincing between going deeper into the city and putting yourself in a hole that will eventually fall between, or leaving the city on a safe road to get the hell out.
I think what we need to do is find one of the gates that's easy enough to make a decent sized pathway through, and then make a spearhead from there to the town center.
If you're lucky, maybe you can find surviving militiamen to aid in your cause.
From our location, does the bonfire that's coming up in the city, does it look like it's closest to any particular city wall? Or is it like center?
It's a little bit off center, so probably closest to like the south wall, furthest from you guys, but also closest to the hordes. But it's not close to that by much, because it's near the center of the city. It's like maybe a couple blocks closer.
Hmm.
And to be clear, you're not safe out here either. I have slain a handful of entities out here recently.
Pretty much assumed that already.
What was concerning is there appears to be mortals, regular mortal people, aiding the fiends.
Corrupted?
They are possessed.
Not. They seemed entirely of their own free will. Chaos will always breed those just crazy enough to try to make things topple completely. If anything, I would put them akin to cultists. But none of them have stayed alive long enough for me to figure out a cultist for what. But they definitely seemed fervently worshipping of something. And I am not keen to find out what that is. I have heard of 3 demon lords that have come from that gate, and each time they've been pushed back. But my concern is if a 4th one, or one of the 3 that have already come through before, push through again, no one's going to push them back. That the garrison is gone. The hero is, if what you've said is true, the man of the fairy tales that have prevented this is also gone. Who can stop them now?
You're looking at him.
Hashtag flex.
Ching.
I am perhaps with a little effort, you might be able to.
but I do not think you are ready for that. So just pray that it's not something you have to do. We should set about our tasks now. The enemies you fight are stronger in the darkness, but also it will be easier to clear them and find them in the dark. Come daytime will be the best time to guide people out. I would clear as many as you can until then.
Alrighty then. So are we hunting for daemons, I guess? What are we just hunting for fiends, or are we looking?
You're going to find a lot of fiends, aberrations, abominations, and undead. A lot of them. Enter the training montage.
I want to be the very best.
Dun, dun, dun.
And no one ever was.
Bow, 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 bow.
However, it is like 10:40 for our
Old folks.
friends here. I was going to call them the
It's
East
an
Coast
X.
friends, but like I didn't know. That's not. They're not. Most of them
Totally
aren't on the East
East-Coasty.
Coast. But it is like what 10:40 for you guys,
Yes.
and this would be a good time to stop if you guys would like to.
Yes.
We can start the killings next week
Yeah.
Indeed.
Fuck yeah.
if Morty remembers.
That is fair, but I will not forget. Because
Also-
now I remember that other things exist. That's not Destiny.
And while
When
you
two
guys
people
didn't have-
show up with guns in your chat, you're like, oh shit.
you didn't have any combat in this session, but you definitely had a lot of story-based importance.
Agreed.
And my
Yeah.
good old milestone is for leveling up when significant things happen. So you may level up for next session.
We level 6,
Yeah.
baby.
We big boys now.
You've
Incoming big a damn.
reached a point in the story where it is imperative
chat.
you grow stronger.
It's gonna do it for us. I will download this VOD. I know I'm behind on the VODs on YouTube, but we'll get that caught up. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Have a wonderful night.
I did say it was training montage time. You will
the-
likely level up again before you face the champion.
New.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna try to get the streams more
Which
regular
should
at the beginning of the year.
show the problem that he's
But
going
we'll
to be
stream
for
here
you.
and there between now and then. So